Since the leopard is considered dangerous game, in some countries there's a legal minimum, and it's usually going to be either the European 9.3 millimeter or the 375. If a legal minimum exists, then absolutely it must be adhered to. Always ask your PH for his or her recommendation. Keep in mind, if you go against your PH's recommendation, you may have to listen to a really nasty "I told you so." Keep in mind that the leopard is a relatively small animal, about the size of the average white-tailed deer. With that in mind, our opinion is that leopards are best hunted with a cartridge and a bullet designed for deer-sized game. Your favorite deer rifle in 270, 7mm, or 30 caliber is probably an ideal choice for leopard if it's legal in the area where you're going to be hunting. Any rifle used for leopard or any other dangerous game must be 100% reliable in mechanical function. The shot at a leopard is almost never more than 100 yards. Now the target is small, so accuracy is important, but it doesn't have to be match-grade accuracy. The rifle used must be reliable and accurate. On leopard, a second shot is extremely unlikely, so choice of action really isn't significant. Bolt actions are the most common choice in Africa, but lever actions and single shots and appropriate cartridges are equally suitable. Most African countries today don't allow the importation of semi-automatic rifles. So if you wish to bring a semi-automatic, make sure and discuss that with your professional hunter and make sure it's locally legal. The same principle of specialization applies. The bullet chosen has to be ideal for leopard. This isn't so difficult. Most American hunting bullets are designed primarily for deer hunting, and since the leopard is pretty much the size of a deer bullet is an ideal choice. What's desired is a bullet that will open up and do some damage. Really tough bullets designed to penetrate on larger animals should be avoided because they'll pass through without doing a lot of damage. Now, if the shot is perfect, this isn't a problem, but if the shot is slightly less than perfect, a tough bullet that passes through doesn't give you as much margin for error as a bullet that expands nicely and creates a larger wound channel. If by law or preference, a large caliber rifle such as a 375 is chosen, this is a problem because most 375 bullets are designed for optimum performance on much larger animals. Consider using lighter, faster bullets that will open up, and by all means avoid the toughest bullets that may be just perfect for buffalo. A telescopic sight is almost essential for leopard hunting, and in fact, it was the perfection and widespread acceptance of the rifle scope after World War II that enabled baiting, which today is by far the most prevalent hunting technique. This is not because of magnification. In fact, shots at leopards are close enough that very little magnification is actually required. The advantage to the scope is its light gathering capability. Most shots at leopards are going to come in fairly poor light. The ideal scope for leopard hunting isn't so specialized as to be useless for anything else, but it's a bit different than the ideal scope for plains game hunting or for buffalo, because what's really critical is light gathering potential. So while you don't need the magnification, a 30mm tube is a good idea because it gathers more light than the standard American 1-inch tube, and you probably want a larger objective lens. For instance, the classic dangerous game scope will have a straight objective tube, and that's very poor for gathering light. Great for buffalo, not so great for leopard. So you want a little bit bigger scope that is going to gather lots of light. Of course, you're going to keep it turned down fairly low because, after all, the shot's going to be close. Lighted reticles are a huge benefit in leopard hunting. As the light goes, it becomes very, very hard to see the black intersection of a standard crosshair. With the lighted reticle, your eye is naturally drawn to the center. You're also able to acquire your sight picture much more quickly, and both of these are key points when leopard hunting.